There's a hot real estate market in many parts of the country right now. Both housing starts and sales have been strong. There was more evidence today from the Commerce Department, which reported housing construction was up 11% last month. Jeffrey Kay of KCET Los Angeles reports on one of the hottest of the hot markets in Southern California.
What you need is more emotional strength, isn't it true?
With self-help preacher Tony Robbins kicking things off, a recent gathering at LA's Convention Center had all the trappings of a revival meeting. Thousands came to a two-day expo hoping to learn how they could turn investments in real estate into personal riches. For between $30 and $500 a ticket, attendees could hear tips about buying, selling, and trading properties. And they could get an earful from dozens of vendors, all hawking their own products and strategies to reach Easy Street through real estate.
We have power investing this evening at 7 o'clock.
The 125% program will be perfect for you.
Or a complete solution for real estate investors from A to Z.
The carnival atmosphere was a reflection not only of the booming real estate market, but the get-rich-quick investment fever which surrounds it. Nationwide, 55 urban areas are experiencing boom real estate conditions. According to a recent government report, most of those boom markets are along the coasts. In California, the median price of a home has risen to $500,000, more than twice the national price. For those in the housing business, these are gold rush days.
This was like maybe the most exciting things the last 2 years for realtors.
Mohammed Edlibi is both a real estate agent and an investor. He left a high-end Italian clothing business to trade properties like this one, a San Fernando Valley home he bought for $500,000. In 7 months, he's almost doubling his investment as the offers pour in.
I get 6 offers between 1 and 3. By the time I arrived at my office, I left this house at 3 o'clock. I arrived the office, I have another 5 there.
At Dilbeck Realtors in LA's San Fernando Valley, office manager Bonnie Strassman says more often than not, buyers engage in bidding wars. She's seen as many as 30 bids on one property.
Coming in full price is not going to get the buyer the house anymore. So the buyer definitely has to pay more than full price, and then comes how much more? I heard of one the other day that just went for $75,000 over asking.
But housing price inflation has put home ownership beyond the reach of many Californians. Only 18% of the state's households can afford to buy that median-priced home of $500,000.
We're surprised by how expensive a lot of the houses that don't look very good are. And the prices just keep going up. Thank you.
Sylvie Medor has been looking for a house for 5 months. She's made offers on 6 different homes and has been outbid every time. The owner wants $800,000 for this property in Sherman Oaks, California. It's a 3-bedroom house with a converted garage in the back. Medor's not enthusiastic, but she's learned that if she wants to buy, she'll have to compromise.
We've been saving for a few years, and we thought we were at a point where we could find a house that we liked in the neighborhood we liked, in the price range we had, and there's no way we can put all 3 together. So either we have to get a house we don't like as much in the neighborhood we want, or we have to get a house that's really nice in the neighborhood we don't really want to live in.
One big reason for the housing boom in Southern California, as elsewhere in the country, is low interest rates for home loans. On the supply side of the equation, prices have been driven up by a shortage of affordable housing. One reason for the shortage, homeowner groups in urban areas often oppose increased density and new developments. Boom prices in cities are fueling a construction boom in the outskirts of suburbia. Developer John Young is one of the largest home builders in the fast-growing counties east of Los Angeles, the so-called Inland Empire.
In the state of California, we think we need 250,000 units built per year, and we're building about at a 200,000 clip right now. So what does that do? You keep adding that up per year. 10 years, that's 500,000 homes that we needed. So it accumulates every year that we don't build enough homes.
Residents here put up with long commutes, often 1 to 2 hours each way, but home prices are half what they are closer to Los Angeles or the coast. Elizabeth and Renee Burgos are moving to a desert community where housing is more affordable.
200,000 cheaper. Wow. And I know over here they're like $250,000. $250,000 over here. But over there it's like, it was at 100,000, now they're going to 200,000 to 300,000.
We met the Burgoses at a forum put on for Spanish-speaking buyers by local government. Educator Monica Nazar explained there is government assistance for purchases, but she says enthusiastic buyers should be alert for scams.
Maybe they thought there was no prepayment penalty and now there is. Maybe they thought it was a fixed rate and now it turns out to be an adjustable. And people are not knowledgeable and they are afraid to ask the questions, so they sign.
High home prices have made it tough for some businesses to recruit workers from outside California. Since buying an affordable home is a pipe dream for most residents, Los Angeles has one of the lowest home ownership rates in the country. About 60% of city residents rent. But tenants, too, are facing a crisis. There's a shortage of affordable rental housing.
So right now, the housing authority is basically just trying to duke it out with the owner.
Activists like tenant organizer Allison Dixon of the Coalition for Economic Survival say real estate speculators are making a bad situation worse by driving up rents.
The greatest threat to affordable housing are greedy developers, people who are more concerned about making a buck than housing Los Angeles tenants.
Dixon says one case illustrates her point, a 48-unit building in central Los Angeles. Tenants here have received federal rent subsidies since 1981, but the property was recently sold. The new owner has pulled out of the subsidy program and is raising rents. Tenant Kathleen Lindo, who's on disability, says she doesn't know what she's going to do.
Now I'm paying $305.
And and the increase will be how much more?
About $1,200 more. So he wants that as of June 1st.
And you just don't have the money?
No, I sure don't.
A year.
While Dixon is critical of the current owner, she is furious at the previous landlord. Ironically, that was the Union Rescue Mission of Los Angeles, which provides services for homeless people in downtown LA. The mission bought the building as an investment, held it for 8 months, then sold it last year at a profit of $500,000.
Union Rescue Mission, whose very purpose, is to serve the homeless community, and here they are actively, through their actions, fueling, the fire of the homelessness problem.
Union Rescue Mission representatives say the buyer assured them he'd keep the rents affordable. They say the profit from the sale helps fund homeless services. Neither they nor the building's new owner, Jeffrey Green, would answer questions on camera. The low-income renters here, worried about rent increases and evictions, seemed a world apart from the nearby expo that screamed, "Real estate equals wealth." Experts are debating how long the housing boom might last. Some economists say expensive homes are overvalued and prices will fall, particularly if interest rates go up and mortgages become more costly. Others point out that home prices are influenced by regional factors, such as income levels and housing availability. But at the Real Estate Wealth Expo, there was no ambivalence.
There may be adjustments in prices, in values, but it's not a bubble where it's going to burst and you're going to lose everything. It's just not going to happen.
In Southern California, as the real estate frenzy continues,
Learn how to pull money out of thin air with real estate. Jump in the money vault.
would-be tycoons hope to grab what they can while they can.